Theo, and welcome to Saturday morning's most exciting hour, All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars. This week, have we got an action-packed show for you? It's all about today's huge main event. Out of Control Matt Carlos goes one-on-one with wrestling personified Rik Luxury, and in the balance, suspended high above the ring, will be the Worldwide Internet Championship, because this match is a ladder match.
And I cannot think of a better way for us to finally put it all aside, finally discover who the true APW Worldwide Internet Champion is, and I personally cannot wait for Rik Luxury to finally end Matt Carlos' claim that he deserves to be the champion.
You know, this intense battle between these two combatants all started a year ago when Out of Control Matt Carlos first won the Worldwide Internet title when he defeated Mr. Wrestling number 4. Let's take a look at what happened that kick-started this insane feud.
Let me tell you one thing, son. This right here, this is my destiny in professional wrestling. This has been my goal since day one, and I'm going on 10 years, Matt Carlos. That belt will not be around your waist for very long. Trust me on that, because Wrestling Personified is going to take that title from around your waist here in the near future, if you're man enough to put it on the line against me.
Rik Luxury, you could come in here screaming, hollering, threatening, bullying. All you had to do, Rik, all you had to do was ask. You want that match? As long as the APW committee's down, trust me, I'm down. I'm gonna be a fighting champion just like all the champions before me were. You're on.
That's all I wanted to hear, Carlos. Thank you. Let's go, Mac.
About that APW.
Well, it seemed as if Wrestling Personified Rik Luxury was going to go outside of his normal character and just simply walk away after issuing a challenge man-to-man to Out of Control Matt Carlos. But that's not what happened. Killer J. Matthias, it turned into what has been known as the punch heard round the world by Wrestling Personified.
Yeah, a little close there, son. Anyway, no, it was a punch. It was a punch, and it was something that I think he just set out to come in there and ruin that moment for Matt Carlos. Matt Carlos is a young guy, know what it's like to be young and get your first taste of gold, wearing around your belt, you know, getting congratulations from the locker room. It's a moment that is special for every young wrestler, and Rik Luxury ruined that moment for Matt Carlos. And Matt, I gotta say, I think he handled it in the right way.
You're absolutely right, he did. He didn't let his temper get the best of him. Instead, he decided to go out at the democratic way, the political way, and he just went straight to the APW commissioner, J.J. Perez, knocked on his door, and, well, let's take a look at what happened.
Yeah, no. We know where it's at. Little mono, right? Yeah, same room as always? Okay, we'll pick you up. Thanks. Hi, Carlos.
Commissioner, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Well, doing all right. You probably already saw that footage of the big celebration after my match with Mr. Wrestling number 4 for the Internet title.
Win.
Yeah, it was for me until it got ruined in the back. I was out there, I was kind of interview, and Rik Luxury and Marcus Mack decided to come in and interrupt it all and destroy the magical moment I was having. And I was hoping if there's anything you could do to help me out in that situation.
Well, Mike Carlos, I mean, I reviewed the footage. I've been going over, you know, the files, and what I have here in my hand is the contract. And definitely, we're going to have you sign this. I'm going to have Rik Luxury sign this. He reigns on your parade, and I know you're going to be a fighting champion. So, definitely, I'm definitely going to have this signed. You're going to have your match. All right? I put the OK stamp of approval on it, and we're getting this thing booked. Okay?
Thank you.
No problem.
Commissioner, thank you.
Hey.
I really want this title match to happen. Thank you.
I know you're going to be a stand-up champion. Thank you, Mike Carlos.
Thank you.
Well, Out of Control Matt Carlos accepted the challenge to take on Wrestling Personified Rik Luxury one-on-one for the Worldwide Internet title. And Killer J and Matthew Theo, that match did happen right here on Gym Wars. But there's a little bit of controversy with that match.
Well, I think it's a little bit of a gray area. You had a finish in which you saw another referee come in. I mean, it got a little confusing, Matt Theo. I know you're giving me that look. It's a gray area.
There's no gray area. An official of All Pro Wrestling counted Matt Carlos' shoulders to the mat for the 3 count. Who cares what Sparky Ballard had to say afterward? An APW official granted Rik Luxury the Internet Championship, and he should still have it.
You know, we can debate all we want.
Right.
Why don't we let the footage speak for itself? Let's take a look at what happened when out of control Matt Carlos and Wrestling Personified Rik Luxury met for the first time for the Worldwide Internet title.
Maybe he didn't do anything wrong. He's trying to create opportunities. He's trying to slow down the unpredictable style of Matthew Carlos. I really can't blame him.
Well, Matt Carlos ducks the clothesline, rolling through, and now he's got a full Nelson applied in the center of the ring, trying to possibly beat Rik Luxury with a wrestling move of his own here. Luxury trying to fight out, trying to break the grip of Matt Carlos, but to no avail. And now a full Nelson suplex across the ring drops Rik Luxury on his neck.
Surprising, Matthew Carlos isn't known for his strength and his size, normally for his speed and his unpredictability.
Looking for the 3, only gets the 2, so close to retaining the title, but the match continues. Matt Carlos thought he had the match won there. Looking at referee Sparky Ballard saying, really is only 2, but I'll keep going, and he's going to keep fighting for that Internet title.
Matthew Carlos really has Rik Luxury reeling at this point. Rik Luxury doesn't seem to know where he is. He can barely stand. Matthew Carlos going behind, maybe German suplex perhaps. I don't know. Ah, there we go. There's the wisdom. How dare I doubt Wrestling Personified Rik Luxury? He had everything in control the whole time.
Well, Rik Luxury grabbing a handful of Sparky Ballard's jersey and a shot to the groin of Matt Carlos. While distracting the referee, he gains the upper hand, only gets 2 that time. Thought he had 3, thought he had the match won.
10 minutes.
And 10 minutes have gone by in this main event matchup. John Roberts and Matthew Thiel here at the world-famous All Pro Wrestling Garage. It's Matt Carlos putting the Internet title on the line against Wrestling Personified Rik Luxury as Luxury goes hard into that turnbuckle. A big splash in the corner from out of control Matt Carlos.
Matthew Carlos trying to get the movement behind him, going up to this questionable strategy again. He's primed himself. Look, he slipped off the middle rope there. That high-risk neighbor. Oh. Sparky Ballard caught this in the middle sandwich. Sparky Ballard.
It looked like Rik Luxury once again grabbed a handful of the jersey of Sparky Ballard and brought him in between him and out comes referee Toby. You see the briefcase got thrown in there, but Luxury said, no, I don't want it. Threw it out of the way.
You saw referee Toby right out there. Sure,
well, looking for the clothesline, but Carlos ducks it. Looking for the Union landing. Could this be it? No!
Wrestling Personified scouted it out perfectly, able to get out of the grip for the Union landing.
Well, stalking him like a shark sends his blood in the water. Backstabber, he's got him rolled up. Could this be it? New Internet champion. 1, 2, 3. Luxury's done it. In his 9-year career, he has won the Internet Championship.
By pinfall at 11 minutes and 4 seconds. And the new All Pro Wrestling Worldwide Internet Champion.
Well, we were about to call referee Sparky Ballard calling for a new start of the match.
By orders of the official, this match will continue.
Union landing, Matt Carlos springboarding off of Marcus Mack. This match restarted. Cover hook of the leg. Gets the 3 count and Matt Carlos retains.
And the winner by pinfall at 11 minutes and 13 seconds. And still, APW Worldwide Internet Champion, out of control, Matt Carlos.
What was that, John Roberts? Referee Toby is an officially licensed official here at APW. He has the authorization to count shoulders to the match to the count of 3. I don't understand.
Are you or your son or daughter celebrating a birthday soon? There's no better way to celebrate a birthday than to throw the birthday person a pro wrestling themed birthday party. We have several packages available, including renting our facility with a customized pro wrestling show. Bring your birthday cake and invite your guests to attend a private pro wrestling birthday party. If you are interested in having All Pro Wrestling be a part of your birthday celebration, give us a call at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com. Do you have what it takes to become a pro wrestler? The APW Bootcamp Training School is accepting applicants for pro wrestlers, managers, valets, and referees. All Pro Wrestling home APW Bootcamp is where future legends are born. For the last 19 years, APW has been the leader in talent development. Top graduates include The Great Khali, Crash Holly, Spike Dudley, and Alyssa Flash. For your free brochure, call us at 510-785-8396.
Well, there you go. Like I said, gray area. You are right. There was a 3 count, but let's not forget that all started when Rik Luxury laid his hands on official.
I don't know what match you were watching, but Sparky was obviously out of position and got himself trapped in the commotion of the match.
This is, I'm sure that logic is what got Perry Von Vicious his Young Lions Cup, but what I saw was Rik Luxury laying his hands on the official. So he should have been disqualified at that point in the match, not win a title. But nevertheless, Matt Carlos took advantage of the situation, advantage of the restart there, and he retained his championship.
Yes, he did do that. All right, I will get. The match was restarted. Matt Carlos, luckily, was able to find a distracted Rik Luxury to retain that championship.
True, and Marcus Mack, being a person whose intelligence is almost at your level, he said he had a plan. All through the holiday season, Marcus Mack said he had a plan, and we saw that plan come to fruition at the beginning of this year, didn't we?
Absolutely. In a stroke of genius, Marcus Mack presented Rik Luxury with the real APW Worldwide Internet Championship.
That thing was about as real as Superman's powers in Superman 2. Let's see how that turned out.
You see, each and every one of you here, and each and every one of you watching at home, know that I am the rightful APW Worldwide Internet Champion. You all see that I beat Matthew Carlos right here in the center of the ring to become the Worldwide Internet Champion. You even announced it, huh? That's right, you did. But you know what? I'm not one of the APW favored. I'm not one of the protected APW boot camp graduates. So they restarted the match. And they took the title away from me quicker than I could strap it around my waist. And was I given the rematch tonight? No. It was given to the golden boy himself, David DDP Dutra. That's right. You're the commissioner's best friend, so of course you'll get the title match. But you know what, Marcus Mack? That's okay. That's okay. Because we have things under control. Marcus, why don't you show them what I'm talking about? Please shut up! Please shut up! Please shut up! All you people need to keep your mouths closed so we can complete what we're trying to prove here tonight. That's right. Wait for it. Wait for it. I need this zoomed in and ready. Ladies and gentlemen, the real, oh my God, Internet Champion, Wrestling Personified, Rik Luxury.
5, 4.
If you would like to get involved behind the scenes with pro wrestling, we are looking for you. All Pro Wrestling is always on the lookout for talented interns in the areas of television production, including commentators, graphic design, and website design. We also have highly paid commission sales and marketing openings. For more information, email your qualifications and resume and tell us which area behind the scenes you'd love to be involved in. info@allprowrestling.com. Give us a call as well at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
Well, we saw what happened when Wrestling Personified Rik Luxury did meet with Mikey J for the real worldwide internet title. There was a bit of controversy as Wrestling Personified lost that title to Mikey J.
Through the interference of Matt Carlos, who had no business being at ringside, distracting Rik Luxury, stealing his feather boas and his sunglasses.
Also at ringside that day was the no alternate pink mink of professional wrestling, Marcus Mack, who tried to get involved as well. And so that's why Mikey J and Wrestling Personified met once again for the real worldwide internet title. And Matt Carlos and Marcus Mack were banned from ringside. Rik Luxury walked away with the real internet title that day.
As he deserved, and I'm sure he would have done the same thing had Matt Carlos not been around for the first match.
Well, you know, all that led up to finally Wrestling Personified Rik Luxury meeting out of control Matt Carlos one-on-one, title for title. The real internet title was on the line against the actual worldwide internet title. And oh boy, was that a great clash. Let's take a look at what happened in that matchup.
Welcome back, wrestling fans, as we await the introduction of the actual worldwide internet champion, out of control, Matt Carlos.
And his opponent from Union City, California, weighing 173 pounds.
Well, Matt Carlos just going right after Wrestling Personified Rik Luxury, not even going through his whole introduction.
Well, you gotta admit, Matt Carlos has finally lost it. I mean, this kid's angry. He has done everything he could. He's worked as hard as he could to get the internet title, and then finally you get it, and you've got some old guy telling you you're not worth it. It's not your real belt. You know, I'd be ticked off too. So Matt Carlos is coming out to make a statement. He's got to put this guy down and put him down hard.
That definitely has to light a fire under you when someone's masquerading as essentially you. And Matt Carlos definitely fired up, whips Luxury across the ring, comes running across with a baseball slide, sends him into the fans in the front row of the war zone. Matt Carlos is fired up.
This guy's ticked off and whoa.
Flying over the top rope, taking out Luxury at ringside.
This match has already gone outside. This is dangerous for both combatants, but you got to see the fire that Matt Carlos, you got to be impressed by it.
Matt Carlos living up to his namesake, going out of control from the get-go. Marcus Mack trying to get involved, but Rik Luxury able to get the backstabbing maneuver on out of control Matt Carlos, and now trying to take control of this matchup. I don't think it's even officially begun. It might be with Toby Reynolds counting already.
His name is Toby.
Every time, huh? Luxury with a big elbow to the chest of Matt Carlos.
And watch the no alternate pink mink over there. Marcus Mack, one of the, I'd say, or Matt Theall would probably say the second best mind in professional wrestling.
He probably would say the second.
He'd probably
greatest
say
mind
something
in
like that. But Matt is good, but Marcus Mack has managed champions as well, and he's going to be a factor in this match. And look at
Carlos
that.
going over the top rope with the cross body. Nice maneuver. There's a cover hook select 1, 2. Could it be enough? No, only a 2 count that time for out of control.
And this is a title versus title. APW management has allowed Rik Luxury to call that the real internet title, so he could have a double champion in his hands.
Carlos sends Luxury for the ride, tries to trip him up, rolling through. Nice big back elbow from Matt Carlos. Finally takes off the t-shirt. Nice clothesline by out of control. Goes for the cover, hooks the outside leg. Could it be enough? 2, almost 3, but not quite that time. Marcus Mack trying to muster up some support for Wrestling Personified at ringside, but I don't see this Gym Wars crowd getting behind Wrestling Personified one iota. Luxury's in trouble here, almost getting supplanted there by Matt Carlos. Oh, it sends him face first into that turnbuckle, that violent whiplash effect as you saw Carlos's neck just snap back.
That was a veteran maneuver, a smart counter, using the ring awareness. Rik Luxury proving why he's called Wrestling Personified.
Luxury sets him up with a neck breaker, dropping him hard. There's a lateral press. 1, 2, 3. No, only 2 for Rik Luxury.
Some damage done to the neck there of Matt Carlos. You notice when that kick out, he wasn't able to bridge. He just kind of got his shoulder up. Big chop.
Big chop from Carlos, but a thumb to the eye by the vet. Wrestling Personified. This match is living up to its namesake so far. Title for title. Who's going to walk away with the internet gold? We'll be right back to Gym Wars.
Do you have what it takes to become a pro wrestler? The APW Bootcamp Training School is accepting applicants for pro wrestlers, managers, valets, and referees. All Pro Wrestling home APW Bootcamp is where future legends are born. For the last 19 years, APW has been the leader in talent development. Top graduates include the Great Khali, Crash Holly, Spike Dudley, and Alyssa Flash. For your free brochure, call us at 510-785-8396.
Welcome back, wrestling fans. Out of control, Matt Carlos taking on wrestling personified Rik Luxury, who's gonna walk away with the worldwide internet title. Luxury just belly to back German suplex on Matt Carlos, covers him. Could it be enough? 1, 2, only 2, and this match continues. Killer, who are you gonna go with for the? Who's your odds-on favorite for this match so far?
Well, it was the guy doing the biting just a little ago. I mean, Rik Luxury has no reason to bite anybody. But he has been dominating Matt Carlos on the counters. Matt Carlos is nice counter there, but you know, for the most part, Rik Luxury has dominated the counter game, and that's the sign of a veteran wrestler. Matt Carlos is coming up with some good maneuvers, but
well, there's a quick cover. 1, 2 in the corner, but only a 2 count. Luxury able to kick out that time.
And that was a rookie mistake by the young internet champion. You don't pin somebody in the corner. Rik Luxury didn't even have to kick out. He could have just grabbed a rope. So Matt Carlos has to stay on top of here and come up with some vet maneuvers of his own. He's got to figure out and think like a veteran so he can defeat this guy. He's also got Marcus Mack to worry about.
Well, goes into the corner. Nice boot to the side of the face by Matt Carlos. Out of control, trying to put away wrestling personified, the 10-year vet. And right now it looks like he's going to go to the high rent district, going up to the top rope. What's he got in mind?
I don't know. I'm not sure if this was smart. There you go. Another vet maneuver. See, Rik Luxury not wasting any movement, just getting over to that rope and then getting Matt Carlos to lose his footing. It's just smart wrestling. Matt Carlos is going to have to step up his game if he's going to keep his internet title.
Luxury going to meet him up on the second rope, trying to superplex him, but gets countered by Matt Carlos, throws him down, going out to the second rope now. Nice sunset flip, trying to pin him, but Luxury able to counter. Wow. Nice maneuver by Rik Luxury.
This guy is really earning his name, wrestling personified. And people have mocked him. People don't want to root for him because he has the quote-unquote real internet title. People have called it the fake belt. I called it the fake belt. But, you know, if he wins this match, he's legit.
Well, there's a cover. 1, 2. Oh, just that close to getting the 3. Luxury thought he had it won that time. Maybe if he had hooked the leg, he would have had the victory. And he throws Carlos between the ropes outside the ring.
And now Toby finally asserting his authority, but this can't be good. Look at that. Look at that. Somebody needs to tell Toby to look over there.
Well, Marcus Mack going outside the rules as he's accustomed to doing and putting some boots into Matt Carlos. Out of control, in trouble right now. Luxury with a big forearm shot to the face of Matt Carlos.
The press of humanity is the only thing holding Matt Carlos up right now. The body's behind him, and look at him. He's
well, it looks like he's just springboarding off of the fans at ringside, running, jumping off that chair, and nice cross body by Matt Carlos on wrestling personified. I'm sorry I'm getting all tongue-tied. This match has just been so amazing so far. I can't wait to see what else happens this hour on Gym Wars. Of course, we still have that huge tag team match in the finals of the Young Lions Cup tournament. Big thumb to the eye.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Oh, and a neck breaker right on the ring apron. And Matt Carlos finally crashing hard to that concrete floor.
I was really worried about that. That, folks, that is actually the most dangerous part of the ring. The edge of the ring is actually more dangerous than the floor. There is the padding stops a good 4 inches before the ring does. You're on solid metal right there. That hurt both men. I took something out of both guys. That could have changed the complexion of the match. And
well, Toby calls for the bell. Did Matt Carlos get counted out, or did Luxury?
This match has ended in a double countout.
That's right.
Well, it's a double countout, so both men retain their titles, but this action is not over. Matt Carlos is frustrated, takes a shot at Marcus Mack. Oh, and gets assaulted from behind by Rik Luxury.
I think we've seen a little mean streak coming out of Matt Carlos, a little frustration here, and now we've got a brawl almost.
Security hitting the ring, trying to separate these two combatants. Both men definitely still want a piece of each other. I think it's safe to say this is far from over. Matt Carlos just going right after wrestling personified.
This is a job for Commissioner J.J. Perez. They have to get an answer to this. You've got 2 belts. And if you ask me, honestly, Rik Luxury just proved that he has a legit claim. I mean, he handled himself very well against the internet champion. We've got 2 legit contenders here, 2 legit belts. We've got a civil war here in APW.
Well, finally, security able to get wrestling personified out of the ring. raising his hands in victory, but it was a double count out. Both men retaining their belts, of course. Oh, well, here comes Luxury once again right after Carlos, but Carlos going to meet him right there in the corner of the ring. These two just continuing to brawl. Security's trying to keep them separated, but they're failing miserably. These two just cannot wait to to get in the ring again.
The problem is, this isn't solving the issue. These two both have a belt. There's not going to be a bell called right now. Neither of them is going to walk out with both pieces of gold. So Rik Luxury, yeah, see, he's just taking leave like a vet should, because this can't be answered now. He's got to go demand a meeting, an audience with the commissioner, J.J. Perez, and demand another fight.
Oh, but they're stealing the belt from Matt Carlos. Oh, but he gives it back to him at least. You got to think that he would have had no problem taking that away with him. But, folks, we have to take a commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back to Gym Wars.
There you have it, folks. A double DQ. If there is one thing that can escalate a feud, it is a double DQ, because neither man is able to claim closure. Neither man is able to claim victory. Neither man is going to leave that ring satisfied, and that is exactly what happened. So through Marcus Mack, Rik Luxury proposed a new match, a ladder match. Now, I caught up with Matt Carlos, as you saw, and he accepted. So it's on. 2 belts suspended high above the ring. One man will grab them and leave the internet champion. It is on. Tonight we decide. It's a year in the making. And finally, we will have our own internet title. Only one man can have it. It is either Matt Carlos, the young buck, or Rik Luxury, the savvy veteran. Now, I don't know how this one's going to end up. Matt Carlos is young. I've watched him practice. I've watched him grow. But this is unlike anything he has ever done. I have wrestled in specialty matches, and I know that win or lose, you leave changed. The Matt Carlos that enters this match tonight is not going to be the Matt Carlos who leaves, whether he is champion or not. These matches have a way of changing the trajectory of careers. Matt has been practicing. I've watched him work with ladders, using them on offense and defense. He's going to have to bring everything he has to bear. He's going to have to step up a notch. He's already had classic matches in his career with Dave Dutra and others. But this, no matter what he does, he's going to be remembered for it. And he's got to bring his A game, because Rik Luxury is a savvy veteran. He set the terms. Rik Luxury issued this challenge through his manager, Marcus Mack. He knows exactly what's going to happen. He knows exactly what he's going to do. He's got a plan, and he will enact it. If Matt Carlos is unable to disrupt that plan, Rik Luxury is going to walk right out with both of the internet titles. So there you have it, folks. Now, next week we see the return of Jody Christopherson. The last time we saw him, he was laid out. The man in black, who has since been revealed as Dave Dutra, and the boss, Derek Sanders, had injured him. He had to be helped out of the ring, but Jody has recovered, and he makes his return to Gym Wars next week. But right now, we see the resolution of a year-long fight over the internet title. The worldwide internet title is on the line, suspended high above the ring, and one man will walk away with it. Matt Carlos versus Rik Luxury. Now, my partners, my compatriots, John Roberts and Matthew Thial, are in the crow's nest. They are ready to report, and I'm going to get it to them. I'll see you next week. But check out this match. Kicking it to you, John.
Thank you very much, Killer J, John Roberts, and Matthew Thiel here in the broadcast booth, and that's what it's all about. The worldwide internet title and the real internet title suspended high above the ring for this ladder match.
The following contest is a ladder match, and it's for the undisputed APW Worldwide Internet Championship. The rules are as follows. The only way to win is to climb the ladder and grab the championship belts. This match has a 30-minute time limit. The referee for this contest, APW Senior Official, Sparky Beller.
Well, you heard it, Matthew Thiel. That's what this match is all about. The undisputed worldwide internet title suspended high above the ring, and the only way to win is to incapacitate your opponent long enough for you to climb the ladder and pull down that title belt.
And as I said earlier, I cannot imagine a better way for us to determine a real, a legit worldwide internet champion than a ladder match right here on Gym Wars.
And I couldn't have picked a better official for this contest than the senior official, Sparky Ballard. He knows the ins and outs of this ring. He knows the ins and outs of this gym. And he knows the ins and outs of both of these competitors. And he knows... Why do you keep behind me?
Yeah, Sparky Ballard. Anyway, continue. Let's talk about this huge ladder match. Look, there's the real worldwide internet champion right there. Wrestling personified Rik Luxury with his manager, Marcus Mack. Now, I know for sure how hard this man has trained for this match. He has shed a huge amount of weight headed into this. He knows what he needs to do to go toe-to-toe with Matt Carlos. He knows what he needs to do to incapacitate Matt Carlos, and he knows what he needs to do to scale that ladder and claim the championship for himself.
Well, I remember the first time I ever met wrestling personified Rik Luxury, and one of the things he told me was that one of his lifelong ambitions once he started wrestling was to claim the worldwide internet title as his own, and now he is in a situation where if he incapacitates Matt Carlos long enough to climb that ladder, to ascend the ladder, which he's done before all up and down the Western Seaboard in other ladder matches, and pull down the undisputed worldwide internet championship, Wrestling Personified is going to walk out the internet champion.
Entirely possible. But now here we have the recognized champion, out of control, Matt Carlos, about to burst onto the scene like he normally does.
We are indeed awaiting the arrival of out of control Matt Carlos, and there he is indeed. Out of control is fired up. He is ready for this match, and I have never seen him more focused than I do right now.
It's a new situation that Matt Carlos finds himself in. He's never been in a ladder match. This is the first time he's been in one. This is the first time it's been featured on Gym Wars. The edge has to go to Rik Luxury in this one. Matt Carlos has everything to prove in this. He cannot rely on a count out. He cannot rely on Marcus Mack getting caught with some sort of cheap shot and having Rik Luxury get disqualified. Matt Carlos has to win this match if he wants to retain the Internet Championship.
Well, you know that this Gym Wars crowd is strongly behind out of control Matt Carlos. There aren't really too many Wrestling Personified fans in attendance here today at Gym Wars, and Matt Carlos definitely trying to get the fans psyched up going into this contest. He is psyched up himself, and you know, the time for talk is over. Let's go down to the voice of the ring, Donovan Troy, for the introductions for our main event today, a ladder match for the undisputed Internet title.
Introducing first, in this corner, wearing black and red, from Sin City, Nevada, with his manager, Marcus Mack, weighing at 214 1/4 pounds. He is the self-professed real Internet champion, Wrestling Personified, Rik Luxury. And in this corner, wearing turquoise, from Union City, California, weighing 173 pounds, he is the current and defending APW Worldwide Internet Champion, out of control, Matt Carlos.
Well, the introductions are over. It's time for this match to officially get underway. Right before the bell sounds, Matthew Thiel, I gotta know, who do you think is gonna walk away the undisputed Internet champion?
The man with Marcus Mack in his corner, the man with the experience. This one has to go to Rik Luxury. But as this match begins, John Roberts, who do you think is going to win?
You know, I'm going to have to go with out of control Matt Carlos. I think that he is fired up. He is ready. This is definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, going to be one of his toughest tasks yet, a ladder match for the undisputed worldwide Internet title, but I think he's up to the challenge. Every time a challenge has been laid in front of him, he has stepped up and he has taken it on, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does in this match. You see him and Wrestling Personified Rik Luxury locking up already and trying to find out who's going to be the tougher bull, who's going to be the one with the better strength going into this. And right now they're just really getting a feel for each other. And this is shaping up to be an explosive main event here on Gym Wars.
Now here early on in this match, I really feel as though I need to point out how much training each of these men have put into the match. You can see the physique of both Matt Carlos and Rik Luxury has melted. It's been tightened up. They are ready to be champion.
Well, it's our main event, a ladder match for the undisputed internet title. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Do you have what it takes to become a pro wrestler? The APW Bootcamp Training School is accepting applicants for pro wrestlers, managers, valets, and referees. All Pro Wrestling home APW Bootcamp is where future legends are born. For the last 19 years, APW has been the leader in talent development. Top graduates include the Great Khali, Crash Holly, Spike Dudley, and Alyssa Flash. For your free brochure, call us at 510-785-8396.
And we're back to our huge main event. John Roberts and Matthew Thiel here in the broadcast booth. The worldwide internet title, the undisputed internet title, is on the line in a ladder match. You see the ladder standing there on the stage, and Matthew Thiel. This match has been back and forth so far, and Marcus Mack and Wrestling Personified are going right for that ladder. They want to end this match right away, but Matt Carlos diving through the ropes, trying to drop kick.
Missed completely. He needs to time those better. He needs to aim that better. He cannot afford these mistakes if he wants to retain that championship.
Springboarding off the second rope and hitting a drop kick on the button on Wrestling Personified Rik Luxury. That ladder precariously placed halfway in the ring and halfway out. You got to wonder how that is going to be brought into play as a weapon throughout this match, because you know that ladder is not going to stay just an whoa, and Matt Carlos jumping off the apron. You know it's not just going to be a tool used to ascend and pull down those belts. It's going to be used as a weapon to maim each other.
The ladder itself, like you just said, is a weapon in this match. It has taken on a life of its own. It's as if it's a third wrestler in there, something to be taken very seriously and kept an eye on for sure.
Well, there's no disqualifications, no countouts, no pinfalls, no submissions. The only way to win is to climb the ladder and pull down the undisputed internet title. And right now, Matt Carlos is trying to punish Rik Luxury for all the pain and torment he's putting him through over the last year, putting him on that chair and just peppering away at the face with those right hands.
Matt Carlos pulling out all the stops he needs to do that. He lost a little bit of momentum. Rik Luxury should be able to get in his head after Matt Carlos missed that dropkick not too long ago. And they could even go to the outside. Nothing is stopping these men. No doors, no windows, no people, no security. Nothing can stop these two men except for the 30-minute time limit and somebody climbing that ladder and getting the belt.
Well, just a moment ago, you saw Rik Luxury throw Matt Carlos face first into the ring post outside the ring, and now Rik Luxury has control right where he wants, and he is just going after Matt Carlos with those forearms and smashing away at him. Matt Carlos is in trouble here as Wrestling Personified is stalking his prey only the way that Wrestling Personified does. Nice neck breaker from Wrestling Personified, taking a moment to pander to the crowd. And Out of Control is in trouble here. And you got to wonder what role the No Alternate Pink Mink of Professional Wrestling at ringside, Marcus Mack, is going to play in this matchup.
And look at this, a choke in the corner. All Sparky Ballard can do is say, hey, don't do that. It's cheating. But in this match, it's not.
It's not cheating. There are no disqualifications, no counts.
Nice up and over by Matt Carlos, though. Able to get out of the ring, going for that ladder.
Going completely out of control for that ladder. He's got it, throws it right into the feet of Rik Luxury, trying to catch him off guard. But Luxury grabs it up.
You can see that Marcus Mack coming into play there, able to stop Matt Carlos from getting all the way in the ring.
I don't think Rik sees him coming. Matt Carlos springboarding into the ring, drop kick the ladder right into the face of Wrestling Personified. But what damage did Matt Carlos do to himself when he landed?
That ladder shot took both out of these men. But I do really want to quickly just commend the production crew of All Pro Wrestling. We have cameras all over the garage right now to make sure that we don't miss a second of any of this action.
Well, this is the first time we've seen the ladder attempting to be put up in the center of the ring, and Matt Carlos is doing so. He's trying to ascend that ladder. He's almost to the top. He's got the belt inside. He grabbed him, but Wrestling Personified right there. No way. Electric chair drop off the second rung of the ladder, crashing down hard, and you gotta believe that took a lot out of both Out of Control Matt Carlos and Rik Luxury.
But the most out of Matt Carlos. That is why this is one of the most dangerous matches in professional wrestling itself. Matt Carlos fell even from higher heights than he normally would have from a regular electric chair drop. And now he's down, he's out, he's struggling for breath, and wrestling personified Rik Luxury has that ladder, and he is a dangerous man alone. Just imagine what he can do with the ladder in his hands.
We talked about this moments ago, the ladder being used as a weapon. Rik Luxury slamming Matt Carlos onto that ladder, and there is no give to that ladder. That is a heavy-duty ladder. We had a chance to inspect that today before we came on the air, and that thing is built to last, and right now it's being used with dangerous intentions by wrestling personified Rik Luxury as he's trying to ascend that second rung, as he's reaching for the third, but Matt Carlos is right there grabbing at wrestling personified's foot, and Rik Luxury trying to battle out, trying to fight out, but Matt Carlos showing all that heart and fire that made him one of the most fierce young competitors here in all pro wrestling.
Rik Luxury just he's relentless with that ladder. He's using it at every opportunity. He's making sure that Matt Carlos is knocked out.
Matt Carlos sent face first into that ladder. He looks to be on Dream Street right now, when Rik Luxury gonna try to keep him there, pulling that ladder down, smacking it hard into the chest of Out of Control. That's a great way to construct the airway of Matt Carlos. If he's able to break the ribs of Matt Carlos, he won't be able to get enough lung support to breathe and ascend the ladder. And right now, Rik Luxury is trying to choke the life out of Matt Carlos using that ladder.
Cut off that air supply. You can't breathe, you can't wrestle, you can't wrestle, you can't fight. You can't fight, you cannot be the worldwide internet champion.
Wrestling personified once again gonna assemble the ladder, but instead of leaving it in the center of the ring and ascend it, he's putting it in the corner. You gotta wonder what intentions he's got right now.
Dangerous intentions.
Matt Carlos trying to fight out, sweeps the legs of wrestling personified, gonna try and slingshot him into it, and does so. Rik Luxury sent face first into that ladder. It looked like Matt Carlos wasn't going to be able to get all that force behind him. Probably some damage done to those ribs and to the pectoral muscles after that ladder shot. But he was able to get just enough force to send Rik Luxury into the ladder.
And just like that, the tables have turned. Matt Carlos is now on the high ground, literally.
Matt Carlos going up far beyond no man's land, trying to go up to the very top of that ladder. What is he thinking right now? Rik Luxury's on the other side of that ladder. I've never seen Matt Carlos sunset flip off the top of the ladder, takes down Rik Luxury.
Higher than a superplex from the top rope. That sunset flip, all of that pressure from Matt Carlos whipping himself over Rik Luxury, planting him in the center of the ring. This is why ladder matches are a fan favorite.
Well, we've got a packed house, as you can see here at the All Pro Wrestling Garage in Hayward, California. All these fans knew what they were going to see when they showed up today. An explosive ladder match, and it is living up to its name. All the hype that has gone into this match, it is definitely paying off. Rik Luxury and Out of Control Matt Carlos fighting tooth and nail, trying to become the undisputed worldwide internet champion. Matt Carlos is ascending the ladder. He's trying to reach up and grab those belts, but Rik Luxury's right there to cut him off. Shot to the gut. What's Rik Luxury got in mind? Samoan drop off the ladder. Matt Carlos, did you see the impact, Matthew Thiel, of Matt Carlos's ribs as he hit the ring?
Absolutely, and Rik Luxury's doing the smart thing. He's targeted those ribs throughout this whole match. If you hurt your ribs, you can't reach above your head. You can't reach above your head. You can't grab that championship.
Well, it looks like Wrestling Personified has had a game plan since he stepped into this match. He's been targeting those ribs, and of course, we've talked about this in the weeks building up to this match. Rik Luxury is no stranger to ladder matches, but Matt Carlos is. Oh, but Matt Carlos with a nice veteran move, knocking over the ladder, showing that he truly is ready for this match. Who's going to walk away the undisputed worldwide internet champion?
Are you or your son or daughter celebrating a birthday soon? There's no better way to celebrate a birthday than to throw the birthday person a pro wrestling themed birthday party. We have several packages available, including renting our facility with a customized pro wrestling show. Bring your birthday cake and invite your guests to attend a private pro wrestling birthday party. If you are interested in having all pro wrestling be a part of your birthday celebration, give us a call at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
Welcome back, wrestling fans. This ladder match for the undisputed worldwide internet title continues. Right before the commercial break, Matt Carlos had a desperation knock the ladder over. When it came back, it hit Rik Luxury in the head and knocked him out. And during the commercial break, Matt Carlos was unsuccessful at being able to ascend the ladder due to Marcus Mack's interference at ringside and just the injuries he's already suffered at the hands of wrestling personified Rik Luxury. And now Marcus Mack once again getting involved.
Getting involved for sure. Distracting Matt Carlos, providing that extra body that Rik Luxury has come to rely on when it comes to his matches. Matt Carlos now completely distracted by Marcus Mack chasing him, and he pays the price. He wasn't focusing on his opponent, and he had paid the price.
And he didn't see wrestling personified duck below the level of the ring, and a clothesline on the outside sends Matt Carlos back first and head first onto that hard cement floor.
A second ladder has come into play.
A second ladder brought in by wrestling personified Rik Luxury. He went under the ring and found it, and now he's got more evil intentions on his mind. And you can see the look of anguish on these fans. They're scared, afraid for the life of Matt Carlos and for wrestling personified Rik Luxury, because this match has just been back and forth brutality nonstop. A third ladder.
Marcus Mack.
Rik Luxury flying. Rik Luxury just went flying with a suicide dive to the outside, and he went face first into the ladder.
I can't believe what I just saw. Combine that with what should be a concussion that he received earlier in the match, and this one could be over. If Matt Carlos can pull himself into the ring, climb that ladder, grab that belt, he has this one won.
Ladder matches have ended careers. They have shortened lives, and this match is probably going to do the same for one of these two today. This match is back and forth, tooth and nail, and I'm at a loss for words, Matthew Thiel. We've got 3 ladders in play right now, 2 in the ring, 1 on the outside, and of course you got to watch out for Marcus Mack at ringside. And right now we've got a referee down at ringside. Referee Toby Reynolds is out cold at ringside after getting hit when wrestling personified came out and flew into the ladder.
Innocent bystanders now are in danger in this match, but Matt Carlos not taking any more slack from Marcus Mack, making sure that Marcus stays far away.
Matt Carlos. I'm getting so tongue-tied with this incredible action we're seeing. Matt Carlos flying over the top rope and landing with a press on Rik Luxury on that ladder. You gotta wonder what that took out of the already injured ribs of Matt Carlos. He's trying to keep on his feet and trying to ascend that ladder, trying to assemble it and ascend it in the center of the ring. Rik Luxury down in the center of the ring as well. Marcus Mack looking on, trying to urge on Rik Luxury. Matt Carlos ascending the ladder.
Rik Luxury still has his wits about him. He's back on his feet already. He's there to stop Matt Carlos at the ladder right to the ribs. Matt Carlos coming down.
Rik Luxury using that third ladder as a weapon, as a battering ram into the ribs of Matt Carlos and knocking him off that ladder into the ropes. Matt Carlos is in a world of trouble right now. Wrestling personified on his feet. Matt Carlos still down over in the corner.
Rik Luxury giving Marcus Mack some sort of instruction. I'm not sure exactly what plan is about to unfold here. We know it'll be bad news for Matt Carlos.
Look at the pain on the face of Matt Carlos. Those ribs have got to be, he's got to have cracked or bruised ribs or both. Matt Carlos is definitely making a trip to the hospital following this match. I think both men definitely are. Rik Luxury, no way, no, Rik Luxury.
Matt Carlos taking the full force of that steel ladder to the back as Rik Luxury comes over, rolls Matt Carlos on top of that ladder.
You'd have to call it a rolling Samoan drop using a ladder as a weapon as well, and Rik Luxury
dumps Matt Carlos out of the ring like a piece of garbage. Marcus Mack kicking at Matt Carlos, providing Rik Luxury ample time to climb that ladder. Climb it, Rik. Claim that championship. You know you deserve it. Get it.
Luxury's got the ladder set up in the middle of the ring. He's ascending. He takes a look back to see what's going on with Matt Carlos. And what's Rik Luxury doing? Rik has been waiting his entire career to grasp the APW gold, and he had it in his grasp. He could have pulled it down right then, but he's going after Matt Carlos. This has become personal. He's got a steel chair and bad intentions in mind. Shot to the back of Matt Carlos. He's grabbing one of those ladders. He's got another ladder in his hand. What is Rik Luxury constructing now?
Some sort of device of destruction is what Rik Luxury is putting together, and he's proven to everyone right now that this match is not just for the Worldwide Internet Championship. It is also to take out Matt Carlos, someone who has been nothing but a nuisance to Rik Luxury for the last 6 months.
Out of control, fighting back with those shots to the face using closed fists. They're legal in this matchup. Shots to the face, spinning around, discus punch to the face by out of control Matt Carlos. He's fired up. Those ladders still constructed at ringside. You got to watch out for those. Rik Luxury getting up on the apron. Matt Carlos in the ring. Spin kick to the gut. Signature offense from Matt Carlos. Trying to slingshot Rik Luxury back in the ring. Instead, it's Matt Carlos who gets slingshot tailbone first into that ladder.
Now you can see Matt Carlos.
Corkscrew press from Rik Luxury to the outside onto that ladder, onto Matt Carlos. And Matt Carlos is in trouble now. I think he's down and out in this match. Rik Luxury just needs to ascend the ladder and pull down the undisputed internet title.
That has to be some deep bruising on the back of Matt Carlos. He went in between the rungs when he came sailing over that top rope, and plus Rik Luxury with that surprising corkscrew over the top. Matt Carlos has to be down and out.
Rik Luxury pulling both ladders into the ring just in case one of them gives way and he needs one to step over to. Marcus Mack helping him up. Marcus Mack trying to help the spent Rik Luxury up the ladder, but Rik Luxury saying no.
But Matt Carlos is back on his feet. Look at him, he's on the apron.
How is Matt Carlos standing right now? How is he surviving this match? Springboarding up to the center. Union landing off the top rope, jumping off, grabbing Rik Luxury off the ladder and bringing him down with a Union landing. Matt Carlos out of desperation.
But does he have anything left? Look at that face of Matt Carlos. You can see the pain in his eyes. You can see the pain in his face.
Matt Carlos pulling out all the stops. He knows what's on the line here. It's probably the biggest match of his career to date.
Rik Luxury is back on his feet as well. What do these men have flowing through them?
We're going to have to take another commercial break, folks. Don't go anywhere. This match is continuing. Oh, Union landing from Matt Carlos. If this match ends during commercial break, we'll show you what happens when we come back. But don't go anywhere. This match continues, folks, on Gym Wars.
5, 4.
If you would like to get involved behind the scenes with pro wrestling, we are looking for you. All Pro Wrestling is always on the lookout for talented interns in the areas of television production, including commentators, graphic design, and website design. We also have highly paid commission sales and marketing openings. For more information, email your qualifications and resume and tell us which area behind the scenes you'd love to be involved in. info@allprowrestling.com. Give us a call as well at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
Welcome back to our huge main event. The undisputed worldwide internet title on the line. Out of control, Matt Carlos trying to ascend the ladder, but Marcus Mack getting involved once again, trying to knock the ladder over. Rik Luxury climbing up onto that second ladder, going after Matt Carlos. It's like a 2-on-1 assault of out of control. Backstabber off the ladder. Backstabber by Rik Luxury takes out of control. Marcus Mack trying to lift Wrestling Personified back to his feet so he can ascend the ladder.
This could be it. That was Rik Luxury's finishing move. This is what he does to take people out. Regular style, he's won matches by that, but he's taken Matt Carlos off the top of that ladder with a backcracker. His fingers have touched the belt. This one, it could be it.
He's got the belt in his hand. Rik Luxury trying to pull it down. Hey, can he do it? Rik Luxury trying to unhook the belt and pull him down. Rik Luxury. Matt Carlos trying to get him. Oh, and he pulled him off the ladder, but Rik Luxury pulled the belt down. He pulled it down.
He's got the worldwide internet champion.
We've got a new undisputed worldwide internet champion.
And the winner, and new undisputed APW Worldwide Internet Champion, Wrestling Personified, Rik Luxury.
And that said it all. He took that fake Worldwide Internet Championship off the hook. He cast it aside. Rik Luxury has achieved his goals. He has achieved his dreams. He is the APW Worldwide Internet Champion. And there's nothing you or Sparky Ballard or anybody in APW can do about it.
Matt Carlos put everything he had into this matchup. You saw the anguish on his face. He lost the belt that he's held for so long, the All Pro Wrestling Worldwide Internet Championship. And that belt has a new home, and it is around the waist of wrestling personified Rik Luxury. These two have been battling for over a year to crown a worldwide internet champion. Matt Carlos has held that belt since he defeated Mr. Wrestling number 4. Rik Luxury immediately challenged him to a match right away, and these two since that day have been fighting back and forth, and it has all culminated in this ladder match to determine an undisputed worldwide internet champion, and without a shadow of a doubt, that is wrestling personified Rik Luxury.
The disappointment coursing through Matt Carlos right now must be unbearable.
Words cannot describe the feeling on both ends of the spectrum, of both ends of the emotional spectrum. Rik Luxury elated. He's got to be crying tears of joy because he is the new undisputed worldwide internet champion. And Rik Luxury kissing the belt, signifying that it truly is what we've seen in this ladder match. Rik Luxury able to pull out all the stops and pull out the victory against out of control Matt Carlos, someone who took Rik Luxury to the limit. But at the end of it all, it's wrestling personified walking out with the belt around his waist.
And you can see the pride in the eyes of Marcus Mack as he swaggers around the ring. He helps Rik Luxury put that championship around the waist. I cannot think of a man who is more deserving of the Worldwide Internet Championship than wrestling personified Rik Luxury.
Luxury going out into the war zone and climbing that other ladder, holding that worldwide internet title around his waist, and you can see the fans are not happy about this. They are not happy to see Rik Luxury as the internet champion, but there's nothing that anyone can do about it. Next week, folks, we've got the return of Big Country Jody Christopherson to in-ring action, and Matthew Thiel, he is going to be fired up for that match.
Especially after Dave Dutra and
the boss Derek Sanders took him out. But folks, that's all the time we have for this week. For Matthew Thiel and everyone at All Pro Wrestling, I'm John Roberts. We have a new undisputed worldwide internet champion, and it's Rik Luxury.